Welcome to our training on expanding your product offers to Amazon's Canada or Mexico stores. Global selling is a great way to expand your reach using Amazon's website and shopping experience. We recommend you start by selling in the US, Canada, and Mexico if you're a North American seller who's new to offering products in multiple countries. In this video, we'll cover the basics of selling in Amazon's Canadian store, Amazon.ca, and our Mexican store, Amazon.com.mx, and share resources on how to get started. Let's begin by reviewing selling account types. Your selling account will have the same fee structure whether you're selling in Amazon.com.mx, Amazon.ca, or Amazon.com. It includes a monthly subscription price for professional sellers and referral fees that vary by category. But when it comes to selling in multiple North American stores, there's an important difference between professional and individual account types. You'll automatically gain access to all of Amazon's North American stores from a single account when you register as a professional seller in either the US, Canada, or Mexico. This type of account is called a North America Unified Account. It can help make it easier to create and share listings across multiple stores in North America. You'll get to sell in all 3 stores, but will only pay the monthly professional account subscription fee for the store in which you register. For more information, search North America Unified Account in Seller Central. Keep in mind that you must be a professional seller to sell in certain product categories and that prior approval may be required. Before you start selling in Canada or Mexico, check the availability and selling requirements for each category you want to sell in. These can differ between stores. If you'd like to register as an individual seller in Canada or the US, you'll still have access to both of these countries' stores except for Mexico. Likewise, if you register as an individual seller in Mexico or the US, you won't have access to Canada's store. In other words, you won't have access to the North America Unified Account. Whether you register as a professional or individual seller, the fee structure is the same as in the US store, but the specific fees may differ between stores. You can search Selling on Amazon Fee Schedule in each store you sell in to compare the fees. Remember, the currency also differs between stores. For example, prices for Amazon.com.mx are in pesos rather than US dollars. Make sure your products comply with all Canadian or Mexican laws, regulations, and product standards before you list them. For example, your product labels may need to be in both French and English for Canada, or in both Spanish and English for Mexico. Customers in each country and region may have different preferences, cultures, and languages. It's important to understand what those customers need and how you can tailor your products to meet those needs. For example, you might sell a bed in the UK that performs poorly in the US since standard mattress sizes are different in each country. Also, certain products might not be permitted or may require permits to be imported or sold in these countries. Let's review the basics of selling on Amazon.ca or Amazon.com.mx. We recommend you start by customizing your account settings. Scroll to the bottom of the Seller Central homepage and choose your preferred language from the Language drop-down menu. Or from any page in Seller Central, you can use the Language drop-down menu found in the top right corner of your screen. After choosing a language, it's important to update your shipping settings to reflect your charges for orders placed in each store. Click the gear icon in the top right corner of Seller Central and select Shipping Settings to review and update your preferences. As a reminder, you should also check the availability and selling requirements for each product category in which you want to sell. These can differ between stores. There are 2 ways to get started with selling in Amazon's Canada or Mexico stores. If you've already registered to sell in the US, or if you've registered as a professional seller in Amazon's Canada or Mexico stores, you can take advantage of the North America Unified Account for selling. Search North America Unified Account in Seller Central for more information, like how to get paid to your local bank account and in your local currency, and how to manage your inventory. If you're new to selling in the Amazon store or are selling in a store outside of North America, visit amazon.ca/sell or sell.amazon.com/mx and follow the prompts to register. Now you're ready to add listings to amazon.ca and amazon.com.mx using a North America Unified Account. Be aware that creating an offer for the U.S. store doesn't automatically create it in the Canada or Mexico stores. You'll need to add your listings to these stores just like you did when you first created them for the U.S. store. You can use the Build International Listings tool, or BIL, to make this process simple if the ASINs you sell on Amazon.com already exist on Amazon.ca or Amazon.com.mx. If they don't, add them by following the normal listing processes in these stores. Refer to the List Products course in Seller Central to learn how to list products individually or in bulk. With BIL, you can create and manage international offers. For example, you can modify your pricing strategy across stores. We'll automatically convert offers to the local currency at the time of creation. After you pick the U.S. store as your source store for inventory and offers, BIL will use your existing offer price to place offers in Canada or Mexico. BIL also lets you benefit from a shared inventory pool between stores for SKUs you fulfill yourself. And after you've connected your listings, those that merchants fulfill will have a global SKU. This means the SKU will be the same across multiple stores. Here's how global SKUs work. You're using BIL to sell a product that's the same in the stores for US, Mexico, and Canada. You have a quantity of 20 units of that product in stock. If you sell 8 units of this item in the Canada store, BIL will automatically deduct the quantity from everywhere else you sell it using this global SKU. In this example, 12 units of the item would remain available to purchase via each store. Global SKUs are only available for those you fulfill yourself. If you're using FBA, you'll need to manage your inventory quantities separately across each website and customize the SKU for each ASIN and store. An easy solution is to add CA or MX to the end of your existing SKU before uploading it to Amazon.ca or Amazon.com.mx. You can also use BIL to exclude certain SKUs if you don't want to sell them in other stores. Search Build International Listings in Seller University for a full demo on how to use the tool. This concludes our training on how to start selling in Canada or Mexico. Search Amazon Global Selling in Seller Central for more information on deciding where to sell or how to manage an international business. Thank you, and happy selling in the Amazon store!